everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how you can create your professional portfolio. Now, this portfolio will be helpful for you for when you take the WGU course for your teaching program, but I'm also going to be talking to you today about how you can use it for your interview as well. Before I get started, please don't forget to like and subscribe. So the four main sections for your professional portfolio for WGU, you've got beliefs and practices, you've got your resume, you've got your professional development growth plan, and then you've got a place for artifacts and evidence. And this is all to show that you are competent as an educator to kind of move forward. And this is great for, like I said, for the interview process, to kind of show your future employer that, hey, I'm really competent as an educator, and let me show you all that I've done. So with the WGU professional portfolio, there are four main sections that you have to consider, as well as the platform that they kind of want you to use. And they do give you a choice. You can either use Microsoft Sway, which is free for all students. I think Microsoft 365 it is. It's free for all WGU students. So you have your option of that, or you have your option of Google Sites. And there are videos and checklists of support for each platform, whichever one you choose. Like it actually shows you how you can start it up and how you can create your professional portfolio on each of those. So those will be given to you when you officially start the course. To your beliefs and practices. They're going to ask you, of course, why is teaching important to you? But they're also going to ask, like, what kind of role do you believe education plays in society? What do you hope to accomplish? They're going to ask you some teaching and learning questions. What promotes student learning? What is effective teaching? Kind of questions like that. For your learning outcome, they're going to want you to describe one learning outcome that you expect to bring out in students. And then two instructional strategies with that supported by theory and research. And then two assessment tools that you'll use to measure that outcome. And then they're going to ask you, why is it important to build relationships with stakeholders? Stakeholders are students, families, co-workers, colleagues, specialists that you may have to interact with at the school faculty, community members, people like that. And how will you actually build these relationships? So what are your teaching strengths? Any classroom achievements that you have? What are your character traits that kind of stand out? Any educational skills that will be very important to know on a resume? And then you're going to list your certifications. So make sure you list it correctly as provided by your state. They do have templates for each section within your resume. They do have templates and samples for you to look at, other helpful questions. So you do get a lot of support with this section as well. I really loved it. For your education, you are going to list all the degrees and name your school. This is not on there, but I find it's helpful for you to kind of describe your university a little bit and provide the website, something a little bit about maybe the mission statement of your teaching program. Not everyone is familiar with WGU, as I have learned as a student teacher. So I think it's helpful to kind of describe the teaching program and the university that you're at. That way they just kind of know. When it comes to your student teaching experience, you're going to list the grade level, the school district, the school, the teacher's name, all the good stuff on there. For your work experience, you're going to want to provide up to a 10-year history. For your professional growth plan, you're going to describe your overall growth. What does that mean? So describe something that maybe you started to believe before you came and learned under the teaching program at WGU. And then kind of describe your current understanding of that belief, and then kind of describe what led you to that change. Then you're going to talk about some specific examples of professional development activities that you experience, and how you collaborate with others, and how it helps you grow as an educator. You're going to list specific organizations that maybe you're a part of, and again, how they have helped you to in your professional development. And then for your goals and action plan, they're going to want you to list at least one educator goal and at least two professional development activities for each goal that you will engage in to accomplish that goal. For your evidence and artifacts, I really love this section the most. Um, you are, as I said, you're going to give four artifacts of evidence of your overall teaching competency. The first one is all about academic language. So describe the tool that you provided. How did you promote academic language in your instruction? Differentiation artifact, again, describe the tool that you use, the group of students. How did you differentiate based on your students' needs? Again, for technology, describe the tool that you use, how did it enhance and engage students. For your communication artifact, describe the communication tool and then how did you professionally use it to communicate with families. And I do list some examples as you'll kind of see. As I said, WGU provides a lot of resources with this assignment that you have to do, this course that you have to pass. They provide checklists and rubrics. For every checklist, there's a ton of links that you can look at that leads to like resume samples and templates and videos and articles and just other links. There's so much to go through. I highly recommend that you use every resource that you can, especially if you need it. Even after you submit to WGU, you want to think about how you can present this in an interview. So if you're going to stay with the digital route, I highly recommend that you create some sort of business card or something with a QR link to kind of show others in your interview for you to access your professional portfolio and kind of list what it includes, like your resume, evidence, who you are as an educator, your educational beliefs, your professional growth plan, all that kind of stuff. If you are going to use a physical resume, I highly recommend that you still use the QR code to access your professional portfolio. That really goes into detail and kind of explain, make it exciting and make them, want to use the QR link. And as I said, you can also use a physical copy for your professional portfolio. I do have some free physical copies with templates you are welcome to use down below. A professional portfolio is so important. It kind of wraps up your overall teaching experience, not just for your college program at WGU, but for your overall student teaching experience as well. This is something that you'll kind of do towards the end of your student teaching experience at WGU. But I highly recommend that you at least either keep the digital copy and or use it in a physical copy, especially for the interview process. You are definitely going to want to reference it throughout that whole experience so that you can land, hopefully, your dream education job. And it really shows how competent you are as an educator, how competent and how far you have come in your learning experience and your teaching experience as well. Thank you so much for those who watched and who are continuing to support me and my channel. I appreciate it so much. As I said before, there are free resources for you down below. Thank you so much, guys, again. I will see you all again soon. Bye, everyone.